Hello,
All right. Hello, hello. We are live another Tuesday.
Another Tuesday.
Matching yellow shirts.
It was not planned.
Not planned. I wore this
all.
today. I showed up here at the office and I was like, oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I love it. So we're yellow and we're here with a great new topic.
Yeah.
And something that I think is super kind of misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
The topic is experience.
Yes.
And the whole idea of, there's people that are very proud of their experience,
mm-hmm.
and the experience is valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this scenario where we've all heard of a bad case where there's like the corporate guy who has lots of experience and he comes and ruins the startup. So his experience is not so good.
Yeah.
But you also know of situations where there's a musician who has amazing experience and you bring him on board because he's experienced.
Yeah.
So is your experience useful or is your experience disastrous? That's the topic.
Okay. So let's first of all look at what is experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at that and I will do some kind of a drawing. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine this is you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you are just born.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just born and you have, you can say that you have no past.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 100% true, but let's say you have no past in this lifetime.
Right.
Okay. So you have no past, so you have no experience.
Yeah.
And what happened is that because you have no experience, you use knowingness. You have to know.
Yeah.
You know you need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know where to find the source of milk.
Yes.
You know, you just know. And if something happened to you, if someone, let's say you are 3 months old and you're just left in the middle of the street in a crib or something, everyone will jump to help you.
Yes.
Why? Because you are pure.
Mm-hmm.
You have no experience.
Yeah.
Now let's take the other person, a person that have a lot of experience. And what does it mean he has a lot of experience? Here he's got a lot of things that happen to him, a lot of bad things that happen to him.
Right.
And he has this experience and he knocks on the door of some home and you like, go away. Or he comes to beg for money and you say, no, I don't want you around me.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that life is going to be bad.
Right.
Yeah, he uses experience. Now, this is the other extreme. And in between, you have this thing that people accumulate experience. So what does it mean, experience? Experience is all the things that mustn't happen, that you should not do,
mm-hmm.
while knowingness is all the thing that you do. I'll give an example. Let's say I learn how to play guitar.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I accumulate experience. So I mustn't do that. I should do that, which means not the other way. And I accumulate all of those things, and I'm a bad guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
One day, just click, and I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at the pictures. I don't look at the past to tell me what to do. I know.
Right. Yeah.
So you can say that experience is the only thing that damages a person.
Mm-hmm.
Because you, the spirit, so if we go back to the drawing, so you've got the body, yes?
Yeah.
You can say that you've got the experience and there's the boss, which is the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay? For as long as you use experience, you don't use you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay? Because the spirit is this thing that knows. You just know. You know your name. You don't use experience to tell me your name.
Yes.
If I ask you, what's your name? You don't say, well, let me look at my experience. My name is. If I ask you to talk, you don't say, well, I have a lot of experience in talking. No, you just know how to talk. Yes?
Right.
You know language.
Yes, 100%.
But when someone rely on his experience, basically what he says, look, I have a lot of things that I know that I register that tells me that I must not do. So it goes like that. A person go and something happen in the environment. He compares to all his experience And once all these bad things that mustn't happen, he find out that they should not happen, he say, okay, fine, so I will do that.
Yeah.
So number one, you are slow. And number two, useless.
Yes, true. Now, quick question about looking back. Can it be that you look back also on good things that you should do, or it's only you look back on bad?
Let's have a look. When you things that you should do, you know your name. Do you need to look back?
No.
You know how to speak. Do you need to look back?
No, but
You've learned how to play piano. Do you need how to look back? If you need to look back, if you need to look at the sheet, you don't really know. It doesn't sound as good.
Right. Yeah. So for sure, the things that I know, I don't need to check. I know them.
Yeah.
I can totally get that you go back to experience and say, oof, experience, let's not do that deal, right? Because it's bad things. So you look back at the bad. But is there a situation where you go, from experience, this is actually a really good thing. This is a good sign. Let's go for it.
Nothing repeat in this universe. Everything change.
Okay.
So if you repeat in an environment that nothing repeat, it's insane. If we use experience, according to experience, people cannot fly.
Yeah.
According to experience, people cannot talk over the cell phone. According to experience, people should not get married.
Yeah.
But they do.
They do again and again. Yep. Experience. What is the bad that you look back upon?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if we look at experience, number one, it's basically the sum of all your limitation.
Yeah.
So the more you use experience, the worse you will get because you will not improve.
Right.
Number one. Number two, experience operate in a totally new environment. The environment is never the same.
Yeah.
Number three, you put yourself at an effect. You already says, look, I don't know. I need some mechanism. I need some machine to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
My mind.
Okay.
I cannot decide. My mind can decide. I'm useless. Number four, the way that you look at something today that happened in the past is not the same. Just look at how you tell a story that happened a year ago, and you will see that every year the story change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Because you look at it different. It's not that you're lying. You really have a different viewpoint.
Right. Yes.
So experience is useless. Experience is only a stick to help you to recover while you did not recover your knowingness. For as long as a person is useless, as long as he doesn't know how to tap into his native abilities, which is to know. This is who you are, the thing that knows. The spirit can be defined as the thing that knows. For as long as you don't know, you need experience. A doctor that tell you, well, you know, I have a lot of experience in this thing and I know you are going to die. Run. Find a doctor that say, well, you know, usually that's what happened, but let's have a look. You are a new patient. Let me see what I can do. Yes?
Right. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So experience is just limitation, and it is such a fake reality that runs in society that people want experience. The target is not experience. The target is to know.
Yeah, and that makes, by the way, that's a major difference. A big change is that the target is to know, not to have experience.
Exactly.
That more than, because yeah, that's a big misconception.
Yeah.
Is that we're going for experience. I'm going for experience.
Yeah.
But if you're working a job or you're in an industry for a while, it's not for experience. It's so that you get to a position where I know. So no matter the circumstances, I can operate.
Yeah. You take people that work for 20 years at one job. You'll see that after most of the people that if they are not one person that just decide, I know, I'm like full with himself and allow everyone else to be as full with themselves too. Yes. But he's full with himself because he knows, he doesn't care about experience. I know, I can. Wonderful, improve. But 99.999% of society work, accumulate an experience, and you go and you tell them, you know, I want you to remove the chips. And they say, no, it's impossible. Why is it impossible? I have experience. That's the law.
Right.
Or they know that this is how you do things, and they will never come up with a better way to do things because they have 20 years experience.
Right.
And it is so valuable that if they will come with something better, it means all the experience is useless. So if experience is so valuable, every time you improve, you make this valuable thing useless. So of course you will not do it.
Right. Yeah.
It is totally booby trap.
Yeah.
It is such an amazing thing because look, if I have something, I accumulate a lot of gold. And this is my experience, a lot of gold. And now someone come and say, Meir, look, let's find ways to make this gold worth nothing.
Right.
How likely am I to find these new ways?
Not like you won't look at that. You won't want to consider it because it's your gold.
It's the gold. I want the gold. It's some experience. It's so valuable.
Right.
Experience is the worst thing that happened to people. People get old because they have experience. Young person, a teenager or a person by the age of 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, don't look at experience. And they create the most amazing things.
Right.
Most amazing things. The world belongs to the young, not by age. The young by the number of past experiences they accumulate. You see someone that really old and cannot move and blah, blah. He has an experience. He knows he cannot pick up the weight.
Right.
He knows he's useless.
Yeah.
He knows he cannot do another business. He knows he cannot do this. He knows. He has experience.
Yeah, it's like the classic example of the person that says, "Oh, I can't do that. I have low back pain usually."
Yeah.
So like that's their experience. It's my low back pain. That's why I cannot do it.
Yeah.
As opposed to looking at it newly. Now, but one thing for me, for example, is with traveling, I've always thought that I'm going to gain experience in different places in the world, trying the food, seeing the places.
But that's a different definition of experience. What you're talking about is you're going to have some kind of a sensation. But it's not something that you're using later and say, okay, because I ate in Thailand cockroaches, now I have an experience, and they were nice, I have an experience. I'm going to eat cockroaches all the time. It would be insane.
Right. Well, true, that would be insane, but it's not just for the sensation. I would say it's also partially for, I've done it. I've tried it. I've experienced it.
Yes, I have a game, and there was a barrier, and now I overcome the barrier. But in cycle, don't keep it as in the reservoir now to check everything. Is it a cockroach? Yes or not?
Yeah.
You're going to eat a steak. Is it a cockroach? No. You're going to eat a salad. Is it a cockroach? No.
Right.
You see something brown. Is it a cockroach? No, it's probably your skirt.
You were there, yeah. That's just your pants.
Exactly.
I love it. Yeah, that's true. So what is experience? The definition, if you had to explain it, the definition of experience in this sense.
Okay. So experience is the accumulation of all your failures to handle situations. It's all the thing that mustn't happen.
Okay.
Because the thing that should happen, the thing that you don't keep because you already know.
Yeah, I see.
No one need to tell you that you love a beautiful woman. You don't need to look 1 second. Do I love a beautiful woman or not? Oh, you love a beautiful woman.
Right.
Yes?
Yeah.
But if someone tell you, look, this woman has a very good character, you need to look and to say, do I like character or is it just an excuse?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah, for sure. I do. I see. Okay, so when there's the musician that has experience because they've performed all over the world, they've done it before, or a business coach that has...
Let's take a musician, for example,
musician.
that perform all over the world.
Yeah.
If he's using experience, he is useless musician. He will never succeed. He will be starving. He will be deteriorating. He will be drinking. He will be destroyed.
Okay, yeah.
On the other hand, take someone that is really good. You give him a piece, and he's not just playing it like a robot. Because then if he just need to look at his experience. There's bad things that do that. Computers look at experience much better than people.
True. Yes.
He take what's the whole thing about live music, that the guy can create the same piece, but totally new because it's live.
Right.
The same piece, the same chords, the same everything, but it's totally new. There's some kind of a sensation that he delivered that is aesthetic and amazing because he's not using an experience.
Right. They create. It's total creation.
Total creation.
Yes.
It's total creation.
Yes.
It's not using experience. It's not some robot, because if it's robot, let's put a playback.
Yeah.
Playback is better than any musician. Believe me, it's on time. It's there's no nothing is off. Everything is perfect, and it's tested and it's checked and put perfect, but boring.
Right.
It's experience. Playback is experience.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
So you don't need musician. Computers are much better in experience than people.
True. They look at it very exactly.
Exactly. They don't miss anything.
People mess up their own experience that they value so highly. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So I see that there's a lot of new people that joined. And for those that are new, I want to just update you on what we're talking about. Is experience useful or not? I highly recommend watching any part you missed, because the beginning was also amazing. But we're talking experience. And I want to ask you, for example, a business coach, okay? I know that I'll come to you for advice or direction because you've experienced that type of deal before. You've been there, done that. You have 30, 40 years of being in it. So is that valuable?
No.
Okay, so
That's what limits me.
That's what limits you.
Of course.
Okay, so, I've seen this type of situation happen before.
If it is based on an experience, I will always give you the wrong advice. But did you notice that someone can ask me a question and I would just know the answer?
Totally.
Yes, I don't look at experience.
Right.
Someone asks me a question and I answer not based on something that I look at. It's just a knowingness. Right now, someone is sick and I just look at him and I know what's wrong. And I can heal him without even talking to him because I know.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, 100%.
I look at a person and he come to me and he say, well, I have a problem with this and this and this and that. And I would say, okay, fine, this is the problem. Totally not related to anything. And it never happened to me before. I just know.
Right.
I just know. The more a person rely on experience, the worse he gets. The bigger liar he is, because experience is not you. It's your experience. It's belong to you, but it's not you.
It's not you. Yeah.
It's just you reading from a book. So you're reading from a book. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's a book that happened to you, maybe, or your version of what's happened to you, but it's not you. So let's go around with a computer. Let's take a small phone. With all our experiences, and we just say, Siri, I have an experience, I have a situation like that. Have I ever experienced it before?
That's actually a good analogy. And by the way, what you said just before is super amazing and valuable and true, that you just know. So the final piece of the puzzle for me about this subject, though, is then where there is value in the fact that you've been in you've been in a boardroom over a $100 million deal. You've experienced that. I haven't. So yes, I could go in.
Why did I go there and 99% of the people didn't?
Because you knew.
Exactly.
Yeah, you knew. So you had that, which was at the beginning we mentioned, you have to have that target of I know.
Yeah, exactly. But so how come I did this deal, $100 million with BP at the age of, 29, 30?
Yeah.
How come? I've not done 100 million deals before.
You didn't have that experience?
No, I didn't have that experience. The biggest deal before that was maybe 100 rand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how come?
Right. Because you knew.
Exactly. I didn't look at it, like I didn't have English. I didn't know how to speak. I didn't know how to read. I didn't have the look. I had the long hair, earrings, blah, blah, blah. Totally unsuitable for BP according to the experience.
Yes, true.
So if I look at the experience, everyone would tell me, well, it's impossible. Look at yourself.
Yeah.
The only problem, I didn't have a mirror, so I didn't look.
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
look.
value when you don't have money, you don't have mirrors, things work. It's great.
I just went
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I see. That makes sense. No, I get that. So, how does learning fit in with experience? Because you learned along the way, right? That's for
Yeah.
sure. So, how
What,
does learning fit with experience?
what is learning? Learning is a process of deleting experience.
Yes, true.
Learning
Yeah.
is a process of deleting fake realities.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
So learning is not adding more data because you already know. And if you aware that you lived many lives, of course, it's everything. And the problem is the experience. Learning is a process of deleting stuff.
Right.
So the only thing that you can say is that when a person is really bad off and he start to operate as a piece of a computer, which people admire, by the way, yes?
Yes.
So he thinks that he is a computer and he operates as a computer. He looks at pictures and pictures and pictures and he has basically no more knowingness. The entry point will be his experience. So his experience that everyone hates him. So you need to come with the entry point of telling him, everyone hates you. And he will say, soulmate. No one understood me up to now. Yes?
Yeah. Right.
That's the only thing. That's the only useful thing is in order to help a person that become a stone or a computer and now is a totally physical thing. So you match his reality by saying, okay, fine, what is your experience? That great, I understand it. Understand his experience because once you understand it and you let him communicate it, he will delete a tiny bit of this experience by looking at it. Because this experience is there because you don't look at it. The spirit don't look at it.
Right. That's why it remains there.
That's why it remains.
Well, if you look at it, you will know it.
Of course, because the spirit will spot.
Yeah.
What is the spirit? Things that know. So it will spot, well, this is nonsense. So what look at it? That's a totally different subject.
Yeah. Okay. But that's amazing. And that answers a lot of the subject. And a big subject. And as we know, we can dive deeper, but that was amazing.
Thank you.
And I want to talk to you. We spoke a little bit last week about the soul coffee.
Yes.
And by the way, let's just quickly go over the comments before we speak about that.
Okay, so here's the comments.
And I see, just so you guys know, some people comment and for whatever reason it doesn't come through on our feed, but I see it after because there's anyway, we'll figure that out. But so if we're missing yours, then I'll see it after. So we have Avi who sends his love.
Alan, my name.
Alan and Natasha. I love this concept and hello. Yeah.
One second, Avi, just by the way, I'm going to be in Israel on soon, this month.
In like a week or so.
Yeah, so maybe the 20th.
Yeah.
So let's stay in calm.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see you.
Yeah. Love that. And Eva says, very interesting. And Anita said, we are always checked on how much experience we have in a corporate position and society values that. But now we see a totally different viewpoint and a lot of wows and exactly. And let's not be a book. And yes, exactly. So yeah, let's have a look. The best advice you can give a person. Totally. All right. Amazing. And Avi said, love you.
And I love you back.
So, okay, let's talk about soul coffee, what it is, and how is it connected to experience? Why are we talking about it today?
Okay, so as I said, people accumulate a lot of experiences that they consider is gold. They consider it's super valuable.
Right.
Now, the way to delete these experiences is by you getting you to look at something and you realizing that you look at something in your past and then you delete it. So the soul coffee is every day I'm sending a video of few minutes, anything between, 3 minutes to 6, 7, 9 minutes. And in this video, it's designed in such a way that it causes you to look at your experience. And by you looking at your experience, you recognize, oh, 1 second, this is not true. You spot the truth about it, and because you spot the truth about it, this thing goes away, and you have those things that people talk about as epiphany, life-changing, wows, some kind of a discharge, realizations. This is all manifestations of removing fake realities, removing these experiences.
Yeah.
So the soul coffee is designed to get you to a point where you become you. How? By getting you to look at your experience, and by you looking at it, just by you looking at it, that's how powerful you are. It ceases to exist because truth is the condition of the moment of creation, and truth has no continuation. The moment that you find the truth about something, it will not continue. For something to continue, it must contain some kind of a change.
Yeah.
Like the atoms moving, etc.
Right.
So the soul coffee get you to look, spot the truth, because you, the spirit, look. It's not something else that's looking. It's getting you to look. So there's always a hook that the spirit, regardless of how gone it is, it will recognize something, look, delete, have a wow, improve, and so on and so on.
Again and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Rinse,
Yes.
yes.
But it's amazing because it's so you convert experience into knowing.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is what we spoke about throughout, is that idea of when you look at the experience, when you know it. You don't need to rely on it. It becomes totally yours.
Yeah, and it costs nothing, like $20 per month.
Yeah, 19 a month for 30 videos.
For 30 videos
every month, and they're videos that nowhere else you don't release them anywhere. Impossible to find. They're super specific, only for Soul Coffee, and in a specific order.
Yeah,
and it's really, really, really powerful.
Yeah. It's something that once you get into the habit of having it, it's
drinking it.
It's a bit like coffee, you know.
Yes, it's addictive.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
The only thing that coffee may be bad for you,
yes,
but soul coffee is really good for you. It's coffee with lots of sugar.
Yeah, exactly. That's good for you.
It's coffee with chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. Converts it to being good.
Yes.
So you can go to gprosperity.com/drink soul coffee, and you can get drunk, get drunk on the coffee. It's amazing because you can just subscribe. There's a guarantee. You don't like it at all in the first month.
Yeah.
You get your money back for the first month. And if at any point in 6 months you are at a position where you don't want to continue, you can stop your subscription. Yeah. It's really simple, but you will get daily videos without fail, like a morning cup of coffee.
Yeah. And you will see that the risk for you is nothing. Why? Because you pay $20, you get 30 videos, and by the end of the month, if you say, I don't like it, you say, I want my money back, and
money back.
You
got 30 videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're giving you a great scheme that you can do here. Get 30 videos free of charge.
Go to Starbucks, get 30 coffees, and by the end of the 30 days, you say, I don't like the coffee.
I didn't like the coffee, actually. Exactly. But no, it's just amazing. I've been watching them and for a long time, and they're unbelievable. And so many people, even here in the comments, I see.
Yeah.
Shaked, great soul coffee. Margot, Anita, love soul coffee. So everybody loves the soul coffee. It's like the most simple, amazing program that is so powerful.
Yeah. It's really amazing. It's really, really amazing.
Yeah. Anita said, every day on Epiphany on Soul Coffee with Meir, it's often the highlight of my day. I watch it again and again when you need light in your day.
Wow.
Amazing.
Amazing, Anita.
Yeah, amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
So on that note, go to gprosperity.com/drink soul coffee. I hope that you enjoyed it. This was amazing for me, for sure. And I love you.
For me, and I love you.
We did well with our yellow today.
Yes. Yeah. We didn't coordinate it. It was really
totally by chance. It's beautiful. Great minds think alike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mwah.
I love you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.